Damn, the sun is all of a sudden the sun want to be out, bro. The sun was not out 2 minutes ago, but whatever. Peace, family. All right, so I've been trying to figure out ways to develop content centered around the development of my garden in my backyard, and essentially the process of me learning how to grow food for my family. I figure I just start recording and document my journey and share some of what I've been learning as I learn. So those of you who have known me since high school, you might know me as a hooper, one that has an exquisite jump shot, still do. If you met me in my 20s, you might know me as an actor, filmmaker, still on that. So I now invite you to this new phase and journey of my life, my mid 30s, where I am rebranding as a farmer. And this phase of my life I call responsibility. And with the word farmer, it also resembles the word father, which I believe this process will prepare me for fatherhood. I know a lot of couples, when they're preparing for parenthood, they might get a dog or a cat or some type of pet. I got plants, as you see. This is a very spiritual experience for me. One might ask, why farming? Why agriculture? In 2021, I joined the Nation of Islam, which is a whole separate testimonial video for another time. So in the Nation of Islam, we're not only taught to do for self, but we're taught to grow our own food, because essentially we are dependent on this government to feed us, which is a terrible thing. We should know how to grow our own foods. Our ancestors knew how to grow back in the day, and that's just a lost art amongst Black people, unfortunately. So in 2022, Muhammad University of Islam took a trip to Georgia to visit Muhammad Farms, which is just one of the farms that is owned by the Nation of Islam. And it's one thing to know cognitively, like, all right, we're supposed to own land, grow our own food, but to actually be there and see it happening in real time and in real life, it was an experience that really just inspired me to, do what I'm doing today, starting the process of learning how to grow food and to essentially feed myself and feed my family. So that trip really was an eye opener to see it in real time, like, damn. And it actually provided me with the vision of where I see this going long term. So upon my move to Chicago, I linked with a good brother of mine, Malik, and he brought me to his property and showed me what he was doing in his backyard, how he was growing. He had chickens, and it laid the foundation of what I could do. I didn't really know how I wanted to do it and how I wanted to get started, but he gave me a lot of game. He supplied me with my first bucket, told me to go get some soil. He gave me my first seeds, and I started growing lettuce on my balcony at the apartment that I was in at the time. Fast forward, we buy our first home, and while we were looking for a home, it was very important for me to have a backyard big enough to where I can start growing again. So that's essentially where we are now. This is the start of the vision that I have, and I wanted to document my process and share the knowledge that I've been learning as I go along. I had another good brother of mine, Aziz, come over here and help me set up my raised bed and really get me started. He helped me organize and structure the garden in a way that we got some tomatoes, we have some peppers, we also have some carrots that we're growing, and also some onions. And the way that we structured the bed is, we have different flowers growing around the vegetation to deter any type of insects or bugs to get and eat up the vegetation that we're trying to grow. So it's going to be a learning process, but I'm super excited about it because we started. That's the first step, is starting. If y'all got any tips to enhance what I'm trying to do here, drop them in the comments. I would love to hear from more experienced farmers and gardeners out there with the green thumb that I'm trying to develop. So I appreciate y'all. Thank you for tapping into this video. I'm trying to think, I had points that I was trying to hit. I don't know if I hit all the points. I think I said all the things. And yeah, welcome to Sanaa's garden.